Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Magic Duels. So, last time we started off Liliana's story mode. We beat Josu no problem, even though he can actually be pretty difficult. And this time we're going to fight a druid, I guess. I guess we're fighting Dawn Treader Elk. According to this art, we're fighting Dawn Treader Elk. Once the battle starts, we can find out what the opponent's actually called here. But I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it's just a green deck with Hermit Witch, that's what it's called. It's just like a green deck full of creatures, really. So we've got a Shambling Goblin, which is pretty good. Shambling Ghouls, alright. Crew Revival is really good, so we're going to keep that in hand. And we're going to run out the little zombie that can. And we'll be done for our first turn. I think Liliana's fights up until the final one are all pretty easy. I don't imagine I'm going to have too much of a problem with any of them. Except, you know, I might have to do one of them over again, but I don't imagine I'm going to have to do them like 3 or 4 times or anything ridiculous. Oh shoot, I wanted to attack there. I keep doing that, thinking that that is the attack and that is the attack with all button and pushing the wrong button. Not a big deal. There's the Dawn Treader Elk that I mentioned a minute ago. We can safely attack into that with our Goblin. So we'll go right to the attack step and do that. Attack with all. He's going to take it, because I imagine he values his Elk more than just not having it. And then we can play a new Goblin, which keeps the Elk from attacking us without him having mana up to sacrifice it, which... I mean, then I still technically trade with the Elk, in kind of a roundabout way of looking at it. But I think, yeah, the AI doesn't think of it the way I do, so he just thinks of it as, I have a bear and I don't want to lose it to a Shambling Goblin. And we got a second Crew Revival, which is really good. So we're going to attack with everything. Not going to skip our attack. That would be bad. He's going to take his 4... And at this point, I'm comfortable with him punching me back for 4, so we're good. I could see the argument to, like, leave a Shambling Goblin back to stop his attack, but I'm fine with this. He seems to want to leave one back to block after anyway. Alright, Festerhide Boar. Morbid, 2 counters. Alright, so I'm glad I didn't leave a Goblin back to block, because otherwise that boar would be worse. Alright, so we got a Bone Splinters. So, we can kill the boar and weaken an elk. But that doesn't seem that great. But Bone Splinters is a sorcery, so we can't do any sick combat tricks. I know he's going to use the boar to eat my ghoul, so I am going to use a goblin to off the boar. And of course, for some reason, Magic Duels actually wants you to declare your targets the right way. And we're going to give that one -1/-1. Because the parts of casting a spell are to say the name of the spell, choose all your modes, then declare all your targets, then determine how you're paying for it. And sacking the goblin, is part of the paying for it. It's part of the cost, so that is something you do at the end. So it kind of does matter, but it's not super important. It's just weird because normally you would, if you were playing it, you would shortcut it and do out of order sequencing and change the order you do things, that you would declare your sack. You'd say like Bone Splinters with my goblin on your boar, goblin trigger goes on like the elk. And right now this spider is going to be a huge pain, so we're going to kill the spider, get back our zombie. We'll have a mana up to play the zombie. And we can just attack with both our guys again. And he's gone down to 3 cards, so I don't imagine he's got too much. It's important to kill these spiders in this matchup because I think they're the only thing he has to deal with our crows. Outside of that, I don't think he has anything amazing here. Like, he's still not sacking the elk, so I'm led to believe he doesn't have an out here. And actually, I'm gonna not take 2. Can I not take 2? not take 2. Where's my controller? I know I can use a controller to do it. Withdraw. There we go. I prefer using the mouse, but for some reason I don't know how to withdraw a blocker with the mouse. We're gonna actually not block there. Because I'm at 16, he's at 7, I'd prefer to just have the damage to throw at his face right now. We'll see what he does here. Looks like another elk, okay. Is this the elk that was in the pic? Yeah, that looks like the elk Liliana was talking to in the loading screen. Staunch Inner Elk. I'm kind of surprised he has like 3. Oh, okay, Orchard Spirit. That's something we're killing with Core Revival. Pretty important that we deal with that. Let's see what we draw here. It's a Bone Splinters. So, I'm thinking instead, we're going to Bone Splinters the Orchard Spirit with our Shambling Goblin. Put that on the Elk. And then I'm going to Cruel Revival the other Elk and get my Goblin back. I won't be able to play the Goblin right away, but this clears up the board so that I can like just attack in here. And we put enough pressure on him that I think at this point he can't really come back from it. So he'll trade with the Goblin, that's fine, I'm okay with that. We'll waste our trigger on that Elk, it's not a big deal. But now he's down to 1/2/2 that he does kind of want to sack. He has a Fester Headboard, which I kind of wish I still had removal for. I think we've blown like all our removal real quick here. He's going to prey upon our guy. That's going to happen. I think if I was him, I'd almost consider sacking the Dawntrare Elk to get the Morbid on the board, but he doesn't seem to see that option here. So what do we got? We've got an Altar's Reap. So I'm going to Ghoul, and we're going to pass the turn. And when he blocks at the board, does it trample? It does trample. So we're going to block the Elk, take the 3, and we'll Altar's Reap the Goblin on the block to weaken the boar. Oops, started to lag there. It looks like it's doing okay. And so now he's going to attack with both. Or none. Or both, okay. So we're going to block the Elk, confirm our block, and then Altar's Reap, sacking the Goblin, weakening the boar. We'll draw 2 cards. This way we'll only take 2. One of them is a Gravedigger, which is pretty damn good. And then we got another swamp point to go. Let's get a Gravedigger. We have a choice of Shamblers to get back. I'm going to get the Goblin back here. And we'll play the Goblin. Could get the Ghoul. The Ghoul is pretty good in this matchup, but right now I just want another blocker. Because he has got me down to 10, so I'm a little worried because he kind of has control of the board. He's starting to stabilize here. But I'm pretty confident we have, like, outs still. I'm pretty sure we have, like, Corrupt and stuff. So what we're going to do here is, I think, deal with the boar and hope he doesn't have Giant Growth, because that's just going to suck. And Giant Growth's going to happen. So instead, we're just going to get, like, completely blown out here. We'll... I don't know, make the board tiny, whatever. So we're 3. I think we might lose this now. I think I was a little too aggressive with my removal. Yeah, so we've lost. Restart. A little too aggressive with my removal there. I used it a little too liberally, probably. But also seeing like 3 swamps near the end there kind of sucked. Getting an Altar's Reap to be one of the swamps, plus drawing another swamp, and then drawing that swamp at the end all kind of hurt us about as much. But I mean, I can't blame luck for everything, can I? Alright, so he's playing first. Got 2 Goblins and a Bone Splinters. I'm gonna keep this hand, I think. It's okay. It's not great, but it's got 4 lands, so the odds are in our favor for drawing something good. Here's a Ghoul, so that makes the hand a lot better all of a sudden. And then we're good. I'm trying to remember if he has anything like significantly problematic, and he does have giant worms that have like Morbid for, I think they're like 4/4 tramplers for 6, and then with Morbid they're 8/8s or something like that. So we definitely have to be careful about our Morbid here, and I'm going to go for the attack first. See if he'll take the trade for my Goblin. I don't think he will, but we'll see if he will. And if he doesn't, which I don't expect him to, he did not, I'm going to play the Black Cat to block, because one thing I've learned watching Toby play is that, why I got Necromancer's Assistant right now, I'm not sure. Unless I got it last battle? Weird. I just got the Necromancer's Assistant achievement, which is in one battle in Liana's story, to recur 3 creatures from your graveyard to your hand, which I did not just do by playing Black Cat. We're choosing to discard. One thing I've learned watching other people play Liana's story is that they super don't value discards. This is what I'm talking about. Grave Tiller Worm, 4/4 for 6, trample, and it's an 8/8 if you get Morbid. So knowing that one of his things is gone is pretty good. I'm under the impression that the computer does not really think about their hand. They don't consider everything when they go to figure out their discard. Because I've seen it make some weird discards. If this was a player, I would assume, okay, they don't have like any more forests, they're just assuming they're never going to hit Grave Tiller Worm. But because it's an AI that I have a strong suspicion does not value the cards in its hand at the level it should, and I'm gonna make him sack that here. Oh, he didn't sack it. Okay, well, I'll take what I can get. Oh, there's the boar. Okay. That's okay, I have a Bone Splinters to deal with this. So, we're gonna Bone Splinters the boar with our Goblin. Goblin's gonna hit that elk. Deal with the boar. And then we attack. Yes, I don't think it values the cards in its hand like it should. I think it undervalues everything. My best guess is that it just randomly discards a card every time, which makes Black Cat really, really, really good. Later on against Raven Man and Demons, we're going to need to deal with Mind Rot, but right now we're doing okay without having to worry about it. I don't want the Black Cat, I don't think. You know what? I do want the Black Cat. Yes, the Goblin is removal. No, that removal is not really important right now. Yes, I could play the Goblin right away. I don't think I really need a Goblin on board right now. I think Gravedigger is going to keep the Elk from coming at me. If it comes at me, he's either making the trade or he's sacking it. And if he's coming at me to make the trade, I think I'm just going to take 2 because he's probably trying to run out another Morbid creature. So here I'll just take the block, or just take the 2. I'm going to adjust my mic here for a second, so sorry about that. Summerworld Spider, okay. That's not a problem, really. I mean, it's a 2/4. It's kind of a problem. But we can just run out, like, everything. And we just kind of shut down the game. Unfortunately, I still can't really... I can't get in now, and I still can't really entirely justify blocking. That block seems fine. My guess here is he has a Giant Growth, so I am going to block and assume that he's not going for boar. It looks like he is going for a boar. Okay, discards an elk. No, it's another spider. Does spider have Morbid? It does. It gets 2 more counters. Okay. So yeah, it's just a Morbid deck. The 4/6 spider is kind of bad. I was hoping we were going to get a... Black Cat. I was hoping we were going to get a Cruel Revival there, since there's still 2 in the deck. The 4/6 in our way, I think I want to hold back here. So I think we're playing defense for a little bit. But he's only got 1 card in his hand, well 2 now, but I imagine he's going to play a land, there you go. And then if he comes at me, I can simply make him discard that card unless it's a Giant Growth. In which case I imagine he would just play it for the sake of playing it if he was a human, but he's not, so he's just going to discard it. So what is he holding? Another forest? Giant growth. Okay, so he just figured it goes away either way, might as well use it. Alright, so we got another black cat. With 2, 4, and 2, 2 on the other side of the board, I think our ghouls can go in here. Because we beat the elk, we go nowhere with the spider. And this way we beat the elk and tag the spider. And he takes 2, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with trading. I'm not really okay with trading for an elk, but I mean, that's how he decided it's going to happen, so it's going to happen. He's going to come up with us both. Right here, I'm gambling that he doesn't have a morbid creature in his hand that he drew. The attacking with the 2/4 seems to imply he does. But the cat's going to go off first, and he's not going to get his Great Tool Worm, so I'm pretty happy about that. I was pretty sure that that was going to work out okay there. So I go in for 4, he goes to 8, he takes me to 10. So I think, barring some giant growths, which I think he's already down 1, he's down 1. I don't know if he has more than 2. He might only have 1. But barring any sort of giant growths or anything, we're winning this race on as it stands. He's drawing land. Okay, cool. So now he's playing a little defensively. I'm thinking we attack again, and we Altars Reap whatever he blocks. If he blocks. I assume he's going to block here. Okay, so we're going to stop. We're going to Altars Reap the Ghoul. And we're going to get 2 more guys. One of which can block the spider, and if he plays good in post-combat like he did before, it'll keep him from playing against. I just want to check how many Grave Tiller Worms he has. He's lost 2, so I don't think he has more than 2. That seems a little excessive for like a 45-card deck to have more than 2 Grave Tiller Worms. Orchard Spirit's kind of a pain. A little bit of pain there. But I'm not too worried about it because I've got him playing defensively. I'm going to hold the swamp just in case it makes the AI play dumb. And I think I'm actually not going to attack here, so I'm just going to play the swamp just in case I get like a corrupt or something. I don't know if Lily has withdrawal. Thank you. If Lily has corrupt at this point in the deck, or if that's not till like next game. But I know she gets multiple corrupts by the end. Prey Upon kind of sucks. It's going to hit the Shaman with the spider. That's still good Prey Upons. Getting another swamp really sucks. We're bricking now. We're going to skip our attack. And what do you got? Coming in with the spirit. That's going to happen. I mean, I'm sitting on a 7-turn clock as it stands. But I've got to see a Crew Revival at some point here. I mean, a 12th of my cards are Crew Revival. Nantuko Husk could do some things here. Nantuko Husk could do some things. That should shut down the spider's combat. And now we have to push continue again. Now Nantuko Husk is going to make me push continue all the goddamn time. But as long as he doesn't... I mean, he's seen 2 boars, right? He's seen 2 spiders, 1 bone splinters, hello. Alright, so we're going to bone splinters that spider with that black cat. And make him discard the card he's holding. Which is a giant growth that he's going to use on the Orchard Spirit. Yeah. So at that point we are done our turn, because now he's out the giant growth, which I think should be his last one. And skip our attack. And now he's out his 4/6 spider as well. So yes, we're still on a 6-turn clock, but he's playing so defensively that we can kind of just run at that Orchard Spirit and take it out. And now an 11th of our decks are removable. There's a boar. That's kind of a problem, but I can deal with it with the Nantuko Husk. Shambling Goblin is pretty good here. I think if we just build up a board presence. I mean... we've drawn more land than him, so we're more likely to not draw another land. He seems to have gotten all of his good creatures. And like if I count here, he's used only... Oh, he still has an elk. And he still has at least another boar, I think. And he probably has another orchard spirit. Other than that, I don't know what he has. We still have crows, we still have crew revival. And my neighbor upstairs is dropping things on the floor. But here, I think we attack with the husk. Because if he doesn't block it, we win. So he has to block it. Blocks it with the orchard spirit, we stop the timer. We trade our gravedigger for the orchard spirit. And now he just has a boar. If he attacks me with the boar, I'll take 3. And we'll win. If he doesn't, which I don't think he will attack me with the boar because of that. Because especially if I draw a creature, you know. He's holding... Okay, it's a forest. Never mind, he's not holding anything. Alright. Carrying crow is pretty good. That's another, if I get through with the husk, I win, so you have to block my husk. So at this point, we attack with both of them. Even though we're basically guaranteed to be sacking the goblin here. It's just to see if his AI will screw up here. Okay, so it didn't. We're going to sack the goblin. Sure, we'll make the boar tinier. We trade the goblin for the boar, which is a pretty good trade. And now he's out of board, and we still have 2 amazing creatures on board. So we're in a damn good spot now. I think we've got this here. Barring, I don't know, a 3rd grave tiller worm or something ridiculous. No, he's got a forest. Okay. So it doesn't matter what we draw here. Rise from the grave is actually pretty good. So we're going to continue. We're going to attack with both our creatures. He's going to go to 2. And then post-combat, I'm going to sacrifice the Nantuko husk to itself to trigger Morbid, and then I'm going to rise from the grave his Grave Tiller Worm. So it'll come in as an 8/8 trample. Also, will be black and a zombie. And he drew a force, so, I mean, we win. And at this point, we were basically guaranteed to win. I just wanted to do it with style because I got the rise from the grave. And boom, we did it. Or, sorry, no blocks. Boom, we did it. Remember which goes down. We get our bonus bucks. And we continue. And my daily thing isn't popping up here, my achievements, so I'm just gonna skip over them. We beat the... yeah, okay. Next, we have to look 30 minutes. So we're going to go back to Dominaria, and next episode we will fight this angel, which should be interesting. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and if you like the video, make sure you press the like button. Show your support. That helps a whole lot, especially for newer series like these. And if you want to see more from the channel, make sure you subscribe. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.